Okay. Lincoln in Boston. Hello, how are you?
Hello there.
What's up?
Nothing much. I'm an atheist, and I go on internet forums a lot and try to have informal debates with theists and atheists alike. And a lot of problems I run into are theists who completely reject anything that contradicts them. And I was wondering if
I've heard of
anything
those
we could
people.
do to get around that, you know?
Yeah. It can be frustrating, huh?
Yeah.
They reject what? I missed it.
Anything
They reject
anything that
that
contradicts
contradicts
them,
their
he
beliefs.
said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
So, you know, they bring up the Bible as absolute truth, and just wondering how you can get around things like that, you know?
Kind of like our last caller, right?
exactly like
Yeah,
your
pretty
last
much.
caller. Do you have a question? I mean, if you want to know, like, if you're going to ask how you can turn those conversations around and make them constructive, we don't always know, or else that last call would have gone much smoother.
True.
Yeah, you can't force somebody to listen to reason. You sometimes you have to choose your battles. If somebody's just going to say the Bible's true, I believe it, you're wrong, and they don't listen to anything, or the chariot wheels at the bottom of the Red Sea.
Yeah.
No, I know that's true. Snoops is wrong. Well, at that point, you just kind of have to cut your losses, I think. Some people want to have a discussion, and some people just want to preach.
Yeah, and then other than that, I just wanted to show my appreciation because, I love your guys' show, and I was hoping Matt would be here tonight, but he was on last week, so.
Okay. One thing I will say is that, I always tell people that they should decide on what their objective is for talking to somebody, because there are a lot of reasons why you can have a conversation with somebody. If you think that they're persuadable and it matters to you that you bring them around to your point of view, then that's a totally legitimate reason to talk to them. If you think that your knowledge is a little weak and you want to test out how well you understand your topic, arguing with somebody can be a good way to basically improve that and show things that you need to research or learn better yourself. And of course, if you are doing it in front of an audience and you can get somebody to look ridiculous in front of a whole lot of other people, and I'm not going to say last caller, that's a good reason too. But
Yeah.
you need to be careful not to get too frustrated if you can't just convince somebody who's got their head really mired in their own assumptions. You won't necessarily be able to change their minds every time. That's just a fact.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a friend, they're 16 years old, female, and, they were indoctrinated into fundamentalism, Christian, and I always try my best to help them see the other side, but, it's always intelligent design, it's all God, but...
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes the best you can do is just plant seeds. Nobody's just going to say, you're right. What I believed all my life is nonsense. That just doesn't happen. But
sometimes.
Well,
rarely.
You can't really expect that. But sometimes you can plant a seed that maybe in a year or two they might revisit and think about some more. And as these things keep being presented to them, people kind of come around slowly. So I think it's worthwhile, even if it's not obvious at the time.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with talking to somebody about the basics of critical thinking, because that benefits people in a whole lot of ways. I mean, it makes them smarter, possibly more successful. It protects them against getting scammed. There are lots of reasons to support skepticism in general.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for taking my call, guys.
All right. Thanks for calling.
Thank you.